Guys, before we jump into the video, I'm going to give you a quick hurricane update. We just went through this a week or two ago. This is my street. This is my house right here behind the building. And I filmed a little bit that evening. I'll show you guys what I got. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out too well, but I'll show you a couple clips and then we'll jump into the actual video.
Yep. I'm gonna sit here all day. Once it gets about knee high, I'm out. I can get through about 3.5 feet of water in this thing. Once anything over this, I'm done.
They closed yesterday and they boarded up today.
We've got the after party at Woody's. They're actually just shutting down. Getting ready. You can tell they've done this before. We gotta save the ketchup and mustard. Put everything up on the walls and the tables. Oh, sorry. Waves are just starting to come over the wall. Parking lot's getting flooded after one wave. There we go, that's a better look out of it. Yeah, she's already getting bad. And we got, what, 10 more hours of this? There's no way. There's no way it's gonna make it. It's risen up a little bit. A couple inches from the bottom of that doorstep. It's coming in. Still ain't too bad though. Got a lot more to go before it really gets bad, but she's definitely starting to flood out here. Send this wave to the parking lot. Oh shit. Yeah, it's all just like rushing over the wall now. But it's almost up to the step. Willie's has water in it. Well, I got a little tiny bit of water like right here. Barely made it in. Probably about an inch to spare. You can see water was all the way up to here. You see it on this building, the line was right there, and the whole road is just sand. It was coming over the wall. Everything here is wet. This whole street was 2 to 3 feet deep in water. But we made it. We made it. We're back out at Rancho. See if we can get some action today. Saturday morning. A little slow, but we're getting warmed up. If you guys want to check this place out and you got Facebook, they have a group called Rancho Mafia. It's out of like Zephyr Hills, Kathleen, Florida. If you want to come out here, you got to get a deed and a key because it is private property. You got to buy a little parcel and that gets you your access deed. Go to ranchodeeds.com. You want to speak with Gerald. Then you can buy something out here. You can come out, hang out anytime, do whatever you want. The only thing we ask really, no shooting and keep it clean. Pick up your trash. If you guys remember this thing, a couple videos back, Took like 5 trucks to pull this Tahoe out of a mud pit over there. Got him hooked up with the 1-inch Rhino rope. And we'll get some video of this thing later on again. Yeah. Kind of slow out here, so we're gonna follow the buddy around, see if he gets stuck. A little too deep for me on that one. I was up there. I don't want to go past my door jams. I do not want these carpets getting wet. Not in the Gladiator. But I love these Florida trails. Rancho is such a nice place. I mean, you feel like you're kind of like back here in the swamps and the Everglade, and you know, we're definitely not quite there, but it's a cool experience, especially when you're used to wheeling out west where everything is dry. This is so different. Well, we got into some deep stuff over here. I was looking, and I saw this green murky water. Surprised it doesn't stink. He's over here in this stuff. And he got the Rhino sticker on the side right there. So neither of us have been out here since we got the hurricane, and a lot of these holes are deep, so you just kind of, this is the main grade is what we call it. It runs all the way to the back, and then you just kind of got to pick your line little by little, either left or right or center. You can go 3 feet off to that side and it'll be 4 feet deep, 2 feet this way. It's 8 inches deep. You just never know out here. So each time you come out, you got to go slow, figure out if anything's changed. My whole street was flooded during that hurricane, and I had this thing in like 3 feet of salt water. And I'm out here mainly just to like try and rinse it out, clean the undercarriage. The day before though, actually that morning of, I sprayed WD-40, which I do pretty regularly, once or twice a month. I undercoat everything under this Jeep and all my vehicles with WD-40, and it's worked for years. I've been beach driving my whole life, you know, and never had a vehicle rust out. But I clean it religiously. I use an undercarriage blaster underneath it and WD-40 everything. But I definitely wanted to play it safe, come out here, put it through a little bit deeper water than what I normally would, just to rinse any saltwater stuff out from underneath it. But yeah, it's fun out here. This is right after the hurricane, so a lot of these holes are deeper than usual, and we're just farting around. Somebody's gonna get stuck eventually though, I'm sure of it. Go to the left just a little bit, see if it's still deep over here. He's got the big old snorkel on that thing, so he can go through much deeper than I can. And that's a, you know, $5,000 truck versus a $80,000 truck. So I push it a little bit, but not too much. I don't want my carpets getting wet. So these are the deep ones. There's like 2 or 3 right here that are always deep. Some sides will be deeper than others, but generally I don't go through these ones. That's actually not even bad, but if you go right over here on this line, it gets really deep. Some of these spots, they do have bypasses. Not all of them, but a lot of them. But yeah, here he goes through this one. Yeah, that's deep, son. Nope. Shoot. I think at this point, we've probably been driving for like half an hour and we're not even halfway through it. So Rancho, technically Rancho Bonita, is 1,100 acres. And it's kind of laid out just in a long stretch. So I mean, on a rainy, wet day, it can take you an hour to get to the back of it, which is perfect, you know. There's so much to do. There's the main grade and then there's so many chutes off of each side that you could definitely get lost out here. I have been lost out here a handful of times. In fact, the very first time I came here, I somehow made it to the very back, and then for the next year, I couldn't even find that same spot again. And only recently did I just rediscover it because I got lost again. There's a lot of spots to do out here. You can definitely spend the day riding around, and it's tons of fun. Like I said, if you want to come out, get on the Rancho Mafia Facebook group, go to ranchodeeds.com, talk to Gerald. I think it's like, I don't know, $400 or $500 to get a parcel and a key. And I think this is what we call the triple dip, and this is extremely flooded and it gets very deep. There's like 3 dips. That's why it's called triple dip. You go down and you come up, you go down, but I'm not gonna be able to do this one, but we'll watch. Actually, I was wrong. This is not triple dip. I think they call this Dove Field. Yeah, triple dip is way worse than this, and we couldn't even get around. I couldn't go through it, so we had to go all the way around it. It is deep. I think it's stalled out on him. I'm gonna drag it out real quick. He just bought that thing. It's been sitting for a long time, so it's his maiden voyage, trying to burn all the old gas and get the carb cleaned on it. Sometimes to test how deep it is, and just back into it. Shoo, buddy. Yeah, the whole tire's gone. Oh, it is. Got some buddies out here. Got some Rhino gear on that thing. This shit is deep. Bro, that thing sounds like a freaking sea dude. Washout is deep today. It's crazy because last time I was out here, all the holes were deep and the washout was dry, which I've never seen. But it's definitely filled up after this hurricane. Well, that was just a quick video for me. I gotta get back. I forgot I have to be somewhere in Tampa at 2 o'clock and it's 1 o'clock and I am still way out here on the trail. So I gotta jam out of here, get back. That's a wrap. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget, every month we give away a power box with a kinetic rope and shackles and all types of Rhino accessories. A couple $100 value. If you want to be entered to win that power box, just comment on this video, like the video, and of course, make sure that you are a subscriber. That is the most important. Once a month, I'll pick a random comment and you want a power box. So again, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Hey, congrats to Rick for winning last month's Power Box contest. I commented on your comment with information on how to claim it.